Hello, YouTube land. Bandana Gramma here, live from my garden. And I have some tricks and tips for you today from my garden. Some updates. I want to show you what I've been doing out here since the last time you visited. And I'd like to welcome you all here, especially my new subscribers, because I was blessed to have a video go kind of viral. And from that, I've gotten quite a few new subscribers. So welcome to all of you who have not been here before. Say hello. And if you are visiting and you haven't subscribed, there's a lot of good things going on here at Bandana Gramma. It's about suburban homesteading and growing food on a small land, and cooking and gardening and hugelkultur and all kinds of good things. Crafts such as needlework and crocheting. So you're welcome, and please come on in and say hello. Is Thompson. Hello. Hello, Cassandra. Hello, Laura. Good to see you, honey. Now, I was a little late. I got a little frazzled because I went to turn it on early just to put my titles in and stuff. And I realized that I had to reload all of YouTube back on my little iPad that I'm using to record this or to broadcast this, because I didn't have enough memory to upload a video earlier. So I took YouTube off, meaning to put it back on. Senior moment, forgot to put it back on. So I had to do that just before I went live, and that made me a little late. So I apologize for that. Today I'm going to take you through my garden and show you a few things I've done since you've been here last. And I'm going to show you my greenhouse, and we're going to plant some seeds and show you some upkeep we've done around here and tell you about some future things coming up. Do you have any tips for a small raised garden bed in flower garden? Well, keep watching, and if you can glean anything from what I'm going to say, I have tips on how to make things go well for you and how to grow more things in a small space. So that should be helpful for you. Let's see. Glad to see you outside. I love my flower garden. Yep. I'm going to be working pretty much in the veggie garden today, but I have plenty of flowers because flowers bring all those lovely pollinators, the bees and the butterflies, and the birds come to eat the bad bugs. Glad to see you're doing okay. I am doing really well. Thank you, Wanda. Simple Life with Chris, finally catching you live. Hello, Tara. Good to have you here. Okay, I don't want to waste a whole lot of time slowing things down, so talk among yourselves, and I'm going to take the camera and give you a couple of updates. Then we're going to end up back by the greenhouse, and I also have a surprise coming. Because my channel grew recently, I was contacted, well, by quite a few different manufacturers. You know, they want to advertise their product on your channel because you got some viewers, and most of them I ignore. But there was one that I was in contact with that I was very interested in, because this is a product I'd always wanted to get, and they offered to send it to me if I would just share with you as I used it. So I'm going to do that. I don't have any qualms about doing that at all, because it's a great product and I think you'll enjoy it, and it's great for growing a lot of food in a small space. So we'll see that big box that came, and I'm going to open it, but I won't set it up today. I'll have a different video for setting that all up, and you'll get to see that toward the end of this video or live stream. Okay, so off we go to the back where I have my greenhouse, and I'll show you a couple things along the way what's going on here. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around so I can see what you're looking at. First, I got to get in the shade so I can see the screen here. All right, turn the camera around. Whoops, there we go. All right, this is the flower bed behind my porch, and these are my, oh great, hydrangeas. My hydrangeas that are coming back. You know, with hydrangeas, you have to be very careful because if you never know where the new buds, the new big, you can trim this because there's nothing here, but you might trim off the area where the hydrangeas are going to grow. So you got to be very careful with trimming hydrangeas. But I have 3 big hydrangea bushes back here. And here, you know what these are? I have my bleeding hearts growing. And they start off looking a little flimsy, like on the end here, and then they bloom out and look beautiful. So yeah, I have my bleeding heart bushes in bloom. It's just coming out. And I might be giving away some bleeding heart seeds later in another video, so be watching for that. Now over here, where I have my seeding area with my espalied fruit trees, you might remember if you've watched before, I've made a circle of fruit trees around the seeding area, and I'm espaliating them into a pickable living fence by wiring them up like that. Well, I made a garden bed underneath it, and yesterday I went through and I dug up all my, what are those called? They're great big flowers, and they were too close to the wire, so I dug them all up, and some of them had multiplied, and I moved them out. So when they bloom, they're going to be beautiful out here. They're pretty big. The name will come to me in a minute. Stargazer lilies, that's what they are. So I've got them coming all the way around to here, and I still have to dig up the weeds around there to finish this bed. But yeah, these stargazer lilies are going to look beautiful when they come up. And I'll be planting low flowers in back of them in that bed. Now again, you saw this the other day. This is my onion bed. But what you didn't see is I continued. Now see all this mess here, this all has to be cleaned up yet. This is the first couple of beds in my garden where I grow my lettuce and other things. I got to get that in. I did clear out here where I'm going to put my tomatoes, and over here where I'm going to put bush beans. Then I have my onions. And here I have my cattle panels, and I've weeded all this out and put cardboard down, and my plan is to cover that cardboard with wood chips, but I don't have any just yet. Now here, right near the edge of the cattle panels, I'm going to plant vining crops like cucumbers and spaghetti squash and butternut squash, and they'll grow up over the top of these panels. And under here, I'll be planting more vegetables. And over here, I'll be planting more vegetables. In this area, this will be a walkway. And this all has to be done yet. This is beds that go between that fence and that fence. So there's a lot of work left to do, but I've been busy. Now, you may remember the other day we had a fence right there that was falling down right here. But well, this morning my husband came out and he got it all down and piled it up. So we'll be burning all that wood in the fire pit. My peach tree, the blossoms have come and are just about gone. But looks like, looks like I'm going to have a lot of peaches coming. My Asian pear is beautiful with lots of blossoms. I have 2 Asian pears. One of them's still in a pot. It's been in a pot 2 years. I got to get it planted. And those of you who've been with me know this is my bubblegum plum right here. And back in this corner, which is kind of messy yet, this tree right here, that is a Granny Smith apple. It's only just starting to get leaves on it. We're working our way back to my table in my greenhouse. Okay, I've got the first blossoms on my Montmorency cherry right here. This is my Montmorency cherry tree. So I should be getting a lot of nice cherries on that. And this year, my Bing cherry is also doing well. Got blossoms on my Bing cherry. And I've got a fig tree, and I've got another plum, and I've got an apricot and a gala apple too near the porch. And back here I have a little bitty tree right there. That's an early Winochi apple, and it's never done much, but it looks like it's getting fruit spurs on it, so I'm a little hopeful this year it might do a little something. Okay, here's my greenhouse. Yesterday I cleaned it all out, got all the weeds out of it, got the shelf set up in here, and I'll be putting some plants in here to keep warm and start growing. And right here I've got a table set up where I'm going to plant some seeds. And I got a couple little tips for you here. Let me make your legs longer so you can watch from the tripod. Give me a second to get my tripod legs down. There we go. Sorry for jerking you around here. All right, I got a few tips to show you. Now, when you're going out to work in the garden, a problem I always have is even when I wear gloves, my fingernails get a mess. Some gloves are better than others, but many times the dirt still gets in the weave of a glove and gets under your fingernails. So a good tip is to take a bar of soap and before you garden, scratch it and get that soap under your fingernails. It does a couple of things. It fills in that space so your nails are less likely to break by bending. It keeps the dirt out, and then when you do go in to wash up and you use a brush, it cleans up really beautifully. So you just put those on and then put your gloves on, or if you want to work without gloves, that really helps. So there's a little tip. Put some soap under your fingernails before you start gardening. And keep this with your seeds or your trays or wherever, or your gardening tools, because you want that handy when you go out to garden. Keep it with your gloves maybe. So that would be good. All right. Another little tip I want to show you is these containers you get from the grocery store. Right? These actually have strawberries in them, but there are some that have lettuce and other produce in them. They make great planters. They got holes down here for drainage. They got some holes up here for aeration. You can put your growing medium in there, whether it be for seed starter or if you're going to grow, well, even lettuce or something like that you can grow in here. And it makes its own little greenhouse. So they work really good, and I like those. So I save them. So there's a little tip. Now these packages here are meant to be thrown away every year. I save mine every year, wash them out, and then I reuse them. And even if they got cracks in them, like this one here, it's got a crack down the side, it works. No, you don't have to invest fully every year in the same containers by buying them. And these I always reuse as well, these little Jiffy Pot things. So I'm going to plant a few tomatoes in these and peppers, but we're not going to do that right now. I'm going to take you back and show you some other work that's been done. I'm not going to. I forgot to show you one other thing here. I was going to show you the seeds. Right now, there are so many colorful seeds that you can buy that make gardening so much fun. Like you can get beets, and you can get all different color beets. Like here's a beet that has these stripes in it, the Tioga beet. Here's some bright orange beets that have bright yellow inside. There's some red ones with a yellow inside. Cooking with things that are really colorful is fun. There's the all dark red beet. And then I found these where you can actually buy the mixed all together, so you don't have to buy each packet separately. These Renee Garden beets have all kinds mixed together. So those are really cute and make cooking and gardening fun. The same with carrots. You can get your plain orange carrot. These are actually parsnips, white parsnips. And then here's a nice rainbow mix here of carrots. Now these Lake Valley seeds, most of them are they're all non-GMO, and most of them are heirloom. This one doesn't say heirloom, but most that I get from the Christmas tree shops, and they're always half price. So that's a good place to get seeds too, at least I think so. And here's a nice packet of seeds that has container herb garden. It's got all kinds of herbs in one package that you can grow. And here's lettuce that you can get different kinds of one package. So that's really nice. And okay, here's herbs. This is Zinger, herbal tea Zinger hibiscus. So I'm guessing that's what the Zinger tea is made from. Wouldn't you think so? Yep. And then of course there's all kinds of edible flowers you can buy to put in your herb garden. My herb garden is out front. I have most of my herbs out front in my front garden. Okay, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to plant some bush beans. Let's go do that. Let me get my gloves. Let's go plant some bush beans. Here's Mr. Owl. He's trying to keep the squirrels out of my trees. You see Mr. Owl? All right, we're going to plant a few beans, and then I'm going to show you the box that came. There's a lot of big bumblebees around in the yard today. All right, don't laugh. Me getting up and down is no joke. All right, I'm going to start in the middle because I'm not sure how far the camera can pick up on either end. So I'll just put a few in here and I'll do the rest later. I had pulled the weeds out here yesterday, and some of my onion bed had encroached over here, so I dug those up and put them back over where the onion bed is. Still a few weeds that need to come out of here. I have mostly a no-till garden. The most tilling I do is what you see right here, where I just pull out the weeds and rough up the top layer of dirt, soil. Okay, here's my bush beans, classic slenderette bush beans. Can't be much easier than that, just to plant bush beans. So you can come back and we'll see how they grow. But I usually like to put my beans on this side of the fence with my tomatoes on the other side, because my tomatoes will grow up the fence and my bush beans will just grow right here in the little bush. Okay, there's some bush beans. Now I'll come back and finish those later. Okay, I'm up. Now we're going to go look at that box I got. Okay, I'm going to turn it out. There it is from green stalk. We're going to open it up. I'm not going to put it together, but do you know what a green stalk planter is? I am so excited that they would send this to me. And you're going to be able to watch me plant it up in another video. Oh, I'm going to put it out on my front porch because that's where I have very little room, and this would be something great to put there where I could grow a lot of food in a small space. So here we go, opening it for the first time. And I'll just give you a peek as to what it's like. You have different colors you can choose. I chose the terracotta color. I just thought it would look good with my house. Okay, this is an even better surprise. They told me they were sending me the 4-tier. They sent me the 5-tier. So I actually got a bigger one than I thought I was getting. Plus they sent me the mover, which is the rolly thing that the planter goes on, and you can move it around easily when it's filled with soil and plants. Okay, now we'll get a little peek at it. All right, this is the rolly bottom. Let me make sure you can see. Okay, this is the roll around bottom with wheels. And of course the tiers graduate in size. And this is what the water goes in. These are very unique in that once it's all set up and you got all these tiers and you fill it, the little pockets all full of plants, you don't have to go around and water every single plant. It's like you just water the top, and it has this filtration system where it all goes down and waters everything by itself. Pretty cool. All right, and now give you an idea of the size of the tiers. Okay, here's what the tiers look like, and you put them kind of cattywampus as you pile them up, so they catch each other's drips when they go down. So this is very exciting. Here's a picture. Here's a picture of what they look like. And I'll be putting that together right there. I'll have a link when I put my my video up. Let me turn you around here. Okay. Yeah, I'll put a video up with the link. So if you're interested later in checking out that green stalk, especially after you see me set it up and use it, you'll have a link where you get a discount if you want to get it. But I'm excited to have one. All right, I'm going to go check your comments. I'm not staying on long today. I'll answer questions. I'll say hello to everybody. See all who's here. Getting back here under my umbrella, but I have to shorten the legs to do that. There we go. Okay. Back under the umbrella at my table. See if I can see these comments. I wish I could make them bigger. So welcome everybody to Bandana Gramma again. I'm sorry I was ignoring you while I was showing you around the yard again today. Ooh. Hello Ellie and Julie. Suburban Hillbilly. Hello Rebecca. Well, I know I got one moderator in here anyway. The Tinkerer's Wife, who's listening as she gardens. Okay. Hello, Lori, Crochet Corner. Glad to have you here. Let the party begin. Hello. That'd be Sherry from Two Family Homestead. Great channel. They're so helpful to all the homesteading community. Go check her out and subscribe to the family. They have a lot of live videos where they do all kinds of wonderful things for people. Okay, bleeding hearts. That's right, bleeding hearts. You can cut back hydrangeas right after they bloom so you won't hurt the flowers for the next year. Okay. I know I've made a mistake before and I cut them back when I shouldn't have or where I shouldn't have, and I didn't get any flowers the next year because of that. That's why I was warning people, be careful. Okay, so Sherry's also a moderator, so that's good. Yes, the weather is so beautiful today. I'm going to go back to the greenhouse and plant some more seeds in those containers and put them in my water them down and put them in the greenhouse. Yeah, we didn't have any snow. Suburban Hillbilly, we didn't have any snow this year at all. I think a dusting was one day, and that was about it. Yeah. Oh dear. Am I back? Yes, I am planting veggies. I'm going to plant all kinds of veggies, tomatoes and beans and squash. You name it, I'm probably planting it. It's potatoes, all kinds. Yeah, I usually don't plant beans this early, but everything I read tell me I can, so I'm going to try. Buffering now, your backyard. Yeah, that's too bad that I buffer out here. The last time we were way back by the last time I tried to do this yesterday or the day before and it went completely out. I thought it was just the distance, but then I found out later my husband forgot. I asked him not to stream anything in the house and he was watching a movie. That kicked me right off. So yeah, I don't have, yeah, is it still buffering? It looks okay now to me, but I'm hoping it is. Oh, thank you. Let's see, who's that? Henrietta. I think that's what she said. You look so pretty in your headband. Well, I am Bandana Gramma after all. You know, I can't come out without a bandana. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for coming by. I just was going to give you a quick update, show you what I'm working on so that you can gauge as the garden progresses, the before and the afters. Other projects coming up, I'm going to be hoeing out that shed back there. I'll take a video to do that where you'll see me empty the whole shed and purge and organize and put everything back in the shed. And then, as you who are loyal viewers for the past few years know, every spring I have to do my back porch. I junk it up in the winter and every spring I clean it up. That's going to take 2 parts because that's a big job. So you can watch that. People seem to get a big kick out of me cleaning up my back porch, especially when I speed it up and zoom, zoom, zoom. So all that's going to happen as well. Also, you saw part 1 of my vlog, No Glam Gram, Catch Me As I Am, early morning vlog. Well, part 2 will be coming up. I'm not going to promise when. It could be a week, could be 2 weeks, because my fairies are coming back. My kitchen fairies, my helpers are coming back. And for some reason, when they arrive, it takes me longer to make a video. I don't quite understand that. But you seem to enjoy it when they show up. So I'm working on that. And you get to see all the ways they help me in the house. So I'll be doing cooking, and I might even do a surprise pop-up dinner live stream when I'm making dinner some night. Just pop on the camera and show you what I'm making for dinner and give you the recipe. All things like that. So if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that notification bell and you'll know when I put up a new video or live stream. And I'm going to be having some giveaways because I have reached 11,000 subs, almost 11,500, and I am tickled pink. If I never get another sub, I'm happy, but when I get another sub, I'm giddy. So thank you, and if you find videos you love, please share them with your friends, especially the shorter ones, because those are easy to share without worrying about, sharing something that takes everybody, an hour to watch. So there's some good ones out there. My yogurt video, my toilet paper video, which was the one that went viral, and what was the other one? yogurt, toilet paper. Oh, my pie crust video is doing very well. So you might want to look for those and share those with your friends. They'll thank you for it. Those are good videos. And come in handy with those recipes I had. Alrighty. Thank you everybody for coming by. I'm signing off now. And if you're watching this on the replay, there'll be videos popping up here, 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 and here that you can click on to watch more of Bandana Gramma. Bye-bye.